Hi everybody, Kat here. Welcome to my channel. Hope you're having a great day. Well, it seems Andrew is back in the news for all the wrong reasons. Uh, as it turns out, a Jane Doe in the United States is suing JP Morgan and Deutsche Bank, claiming that they facilitated Jeffrey Epstein in his abuse, which she claims she was a victim of. Now, in this lawsuit, she again, as in the past with Virginia Dufresne, has mentioned Prince Andrew, and according to Charlie Ray, she claimed that Andrew was engaged in extreme and outrageous conduct. Now we can only imagine what that might mean. So here he is at the point where he was hoping. There's been talks that he wants to kind of reopen the case and prove his innocence and basically overturn the civil suit, because by the look of it, paying off Virginia Dufresne, he looks pretty guilty, and he wants to clear his name. Well, with new allegations like this coming out and more talk of this, it's just not going away. There's no way for him. But, well, here we go with Andrea again. Don't you know? Fergie has been in touch with a American billionaire entrepreneur. He's a philanthropist by the name of Trammell Crow. Very interesting name. Well, it seems old Trammell, good friend of Fergie's, has a little bit of, painted with the same kind of a brush. He's facing legal action for allegedly funding a sex trafficking operation. What is it with these two? Why are all of their friends gun runners and dictators and sex abusers? This isn't, you can't just say, oh, well, Jeffrey Epstein, friend of Andrew's, he knew nothing. Everybody can get fooled once. Fergie, Trammell Crow, good friend, billionaire. How was she to know that he was up on charges such of sex traffic? What are the chances of one of your friends being involved in this kind of shady business, let alone several of them? Don't forget, Fergie had dealings with Jeffrey Epstein as well. It was Jeffrey Epstein that gave her a loan of $75,000 back in the day to clear her tax debts. She was, or her bank overdraft or something. Went through, after separating from Andrew, she went through years of financial trouble. But yeah, and just someone you barely know isn't going to hand you $75,000. For some reason, it was worth it to Jeffrey Epstein to help her out. And she obviously knew him well enough on her own to be party to a loan like that. Now, there is talk that there, and I have mentioned it before, that there was quite a ugly little quid pro quo on Fergie's part for the acquisition of that $75,000 loan from Jeffrey Epstein. That we may never know the true story of that. But don't forget, this is not the only pedophile that they know. There's also Peter Nygaard, the Canadian fashion mogul, international. He owns stores all around the world, quite a large business. He, like Jeffrey Epstein, also had his own private island where unspeakable things went on. Well, Andrew and Fergie were friends with Peter Nygaard. I've got photographs from the public domain of them with the children at Peter Nygaard's island. Right now, Peter Nygaard, he's in his 70s. He's facing charges in Canada and the United States for sex trafficking and such all, like all their other friends. Isn't it quite something? You know? It just makes you wonder why these are the kind of people they have around them. Is it just a random accident? Like, oh gee, everybody we happen to know is terrible people? Or is it a case of like-mindedness? People of like minds stick together. That's something else that we can think about. And there's a lot of people that would say Andrew's guilty of the things that we think, even though he's never been proven guilty. His actions and behaviors haven't really put him in a good light. So, you know, and we can take this further. Then Prince Charles and Prince Philip both had friendships, relationships, friendly relationships with Jimmy Savile. There's tons of pictures of him at palace events. And it wasn't until after Jimmy Savile died that everything came out of what a horrible pedophile he was and the kind of things he was up to and trafficking kids for elitists, has been speculated. Why is it the royal family have these kind of people around them? It's kind of sickening. Really makes you think there's more going on behind the scenes than we will ever know. Just how well are they protected? Just how well are stories kept out of the press that we're not supposed to know? Why is it none of these people ever meet justice? These are all things that we can ponder as things go forever on, and there'll be new stories tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this. Like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. I'd love to know what you're thinking too. Have a great day, everybody. See you next time.